what a goddamn shit show that was last night. Eagles, Packers. Eagles were in that game for most of it. They start off, they let Green Bay take the ball. Rodgers walks right down the field, scores. Same bullshit that they had last week with Russell Wilson. They couldn't catch him. They let, Rodgers run around there free for a little while, picking up chunks of yards each time. Rodgers had like 116 rating yesterday. Eagles secondary didn't do their job. Schwartz again had the wrong plan. Guys couldn't make a stop. They were 10 for 14 for third down conversions yesterday. Green Bay was. Nobody in hell is going to win that game if they're getting percentages like that. That's just out of hand. Fletcher Cox again missing. I think Benny Logan was there, so all those Cox supporters and Cox lovers, that excuse is bullshit. He is not playing well. It's okay to admit it. You don't have to be like a Flyers fan and make excuses for everybody. It's not just the refs. He did go high on Rodgers on that third down. Again, another third down play that he screwed up and let them continue the drive. It's third time this season that he's done that on a third down play. It's a disgrace what's going on. I guess those games earlier in the season where it was only Cleveland and it's only Chicago and Pittsburgh just shit the bed against the Eagles. I guess those talks were legit. Obviously they're legit. Pederson, you get a couple offensive runs there where you're running the ball. Smallwood's picking up some yards. Wentz is running for his life like normal, and you're eating up yards. You're moving down the field, and then you throw a pick. That's not designed, but why not just keep running the ball? You get flashbacks from Fat Andy, Eagles New England Super Bowl, where they're running it. McNabb throws a pick in the end zone to Harrison, which was called back for a penalty. They run the same goddamn play, he throws the same damn ball, and it's another interception. The whole thing with the Pederson hire, and rightfully so, a lot of fans were, you see it on Twitter and on the radio and everything, he's just going to be a Reed disciple. They were making jokes about the clock management, which, for the most part, that's been okay. The reviews, the challenges have just been that one last night for 2 yards to lose the rest of the challenges. And it's not the first time he's done that. You kind of wonder if he even knows the rules that he'll lose this challenge, if he's right or not. I mean, maybe he's just got a hard on for being right, where he's got to get a 2-yard, a 2-yard call. And he was talking, his bullshit explanation last night was, he wanted to keep them out of distance for field goal. Well, they ain't looking for field goals. Jesus Christ, they're moving the ball down the field so easily. Why, make a stop. Don't worry about 2 yards, for Christ's sake. So, looking at the Eagles' offense, Aguilar was out, which was no big surprise. When you have 2 of your backs go down and you activate a wide receiver off the practice squad, that wasn't really a shock there. Would he have done anything last night? It's funny because everybody's bitching about him all week, and then they don't suit him up, and then everybody's crying about that too. But you start off, you got Dorial Green Beckham, who he looked great after that drive. Got Wentz in there for the touchdown, but he carried him that whole drive. He looked great. Then they don't use him the rest of the day. Very similar to it, Andy. You get a guy that's working. It's working. All right, that's enough. They used to do it with Buckhalter all the time. Give it to him, get him down the field. All right, you proved that it works. We won't do that anymore. Just keep running the ball at him. And who gives a shit about how bad Green Bay's secondary is? Obviously, they did pretty good last night because Wentz didn't get a throwing touchdown. He barely ran that one in, which was nice. It's really frustrating, especially the whole talk with Pederson. He's showing looking like a rookie coach. In the beginning, didn't look so much like it. Well, I guess that was a product of the shit teams. Schwartz was helping out defensively, which really made a big difference. That home field advantage didn't mean anything last night. Green Bay didn't seem to have any type of a problem with that. You got to figure they also play in the dome, 2 times a year with Minnesota and Detroit, so I'm sure they're used to playing inside, so loud noises really don't affect them too much. But you had a struggling Green Bay team that came out looking like they were playoff ready. And the Eagles sure as hell didn't. The secondary getting burnt, not making tackles. I don't know if it was McKelvin. Early in the game with that screen pass, wide open for a hit, and he totally just missed him. It looked like Aguilar trying to make a catch the way he missed him. I mean, it was disgusting. I don't know. They got Cincinnati on the road. They're in Cincinnati next week. Again, another shitty team. Supposedly Pederson said after the game last night, we'll see who wants to be here. That's bullshit. Obviously they don't really care about being there. Any professional athlete, you're making money. You got pride. You're going to play the game. It's just a bunch of lip service. See what he's got to say at 12. 15 minutes from now is his press conference, but. It's pretty disgusting, really. It's more of the same shit with the Eagles. And I, for the most part, am very, obviously, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm very pessimistic on a lot of things with Philadelphia sports. Although I am a huge fan and I do watch every single game, I am rather pessimistic. I mean, Christ, I'm 43 years old. By the time I was 10 years old, everybody's been in a championship. A couple teams won. 2 won, 2 didn't. So it was pretty nice, at that point. So the frustration's been there. 08 and Phillies winning really didn't help much. Helped a little bit. Helped for about 4 weeks. And then the Flyers and the Sixers were playing, and they pretty much put me right back into that spot. But, it's just, I was really optimistic with the changes that Howie made. I thought they were, for being able to make that many moves that quick. I knew, I figured it was going to be kind of tough, especially with 53 guys on a football team. That's a lot of new people to gel quickly. But they were 3-0. You're 3-0. What is it? 75% of the teams 3-0 make the playoffs. It's a disgrace right now. From the top down, from Pederson down, Schwartz, they're just not getting it done. And you go back to Lori talking about the emotional intelligence, and open your heart and all that other bullshit. How about some football intelligence? How about guys who are identify another team's weakness and go with it? And if their game plan isn't correct at that point, how about making an adjustment, seeing it, and just going until they fix it? If the other team doesn't adjust, what the hell? Why bother? It didn't seem like Aaron Rodgers was too worried yesterday about the Eagles. Obviously, they didn't make any adjustments at all. They didn't blitz. They give him 10-yard cushions, 8-yard cushions, and he's running quick passes. He's taking a ball out. He's not even getting 3-4 steps back. The ball's already out of his hand. Identify that. Jam those guys up on the line. It's going to be harder for them to get out there. Disrupt the timing. If you disrupt the timing on timing plays, you're probably going to be successful. I mean, shit, you might even get a goddamn pick. They didn't get a hand on Rodgers. The only time they actually touched him is when he got out running. Or they got a penalty on him on a 3rd down bullshit play by Cox again. But, it's just, it's tough because, you get the apologists too. Oh, well, they weren't supposed to be this good. Yeah, well, they were 3-0 at one point. So, anything else is bullshit. It's ridiculous. It's very frustrating, and it's typical. It's typical bullshit that the Eagles have done over the years. Getting rid of Chip was nice. The so-called offensive innovator who had scripted plays that you could see coming a mile away. You only ran a handful of them. Well, looks like Pederson's doing the same damn thing. Gruden made a comment last night about the screen passes. How come Green Bay hasn't picked up on those screen passes? They were working really well for the Eagles, but hey, let's get away from doing that too. So let's prove that the run game works. Let's stop doing that and do something else. All right, we got the screen going. Okay, let's stay away from that then. It's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. Obviously, I'm not telling you guys anything that you guys haven't already heard. But you got a rookie quarterback who dropped back 44 times last night, with an offensive line that was banged up with Brandon Brooks going out. Then they had to piece it a little bit. I'm not a football guru. I'll never say that I am, but when you get a bunch of guys that are new and in different positions and trying to get thrown into that situation really fast, I think probably a run would be the easier thing to do. Listening to John Runyon all the years bitching about Andy Reid, talking about running the ball more, would make sense. It's one way to handle it. You give your defense a little bit of time, because obviously they couldn't do shit last night. So Wentz dropped back 44 times. He got sacked 4 times last night. Hurried many times, got popped many times. And Eagles rushed the ball 14 times. That's it. That's not including Wentz's runs that he had, which were pretty nice though, which was basically running for his life. So they're 5-6 right now. Season is done, which really sucks. Not even to December yet, and their season is over. There is a good chance that the other 3 teams will be in the playoffs out of the NFC East, which would be just a slap in the face. So all those jerk-offs who talk about how many rings do you have? Well, we're still at 0. And it's going to be that way for a while. Dallas won't win the Super Bowl, though. They won't win it. Something will happen with them. At least I'm very optimistic with that. So, all 3 teams will be in there, which is just freaking great for us. All Eagles fans just love seeing that. So, I don't know. I'll talk to you guys later on in the week with the Cincinnati game. See what that line's going to be. It should be very interesting to see. All righty. Thanks a lot.